Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the second annual Alzheimer's Disparities Symposium. And now please welcome the Executive Director of African Americans Against Alzheimer's Network, Stephanie Monroe, and the Executive Director of Latinos Against Alzheimer's Network and Coalition, Jason Resendez.
Great. Thank you and good morning. Before we start, we'd like to take a pause for a moment of silence to recognize both the natural and man-made disasters that are impacting our country from Puerto Rico to Las Vegas. So we take a brief moment of silence. Great. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming and being a part of this amazing work that we're doing together. I want to first start by thanking all of our sponsors, which you'll see in the slideshow, also in our signage outside, but a special thank you to Otsuka America Pharmaceuticals for their support, and then also a special thank you to the Patient-Centered Outcomes Research Institute, which is partially funding today's convening and the larger work of the Alzheimer's and Dementia Disparities Engagement Network. We're very grateful for their continued support. I'd also like to recognize outside, you'll see as part of the networking and breakfast, we have several displays of art by Julio Mariño, who is a Uruguayan artist who works very closely with our coalition partner, Fuerza Contra Alzheimer's, which is based in Virginia, does a lot of amazing outreach to the Latino community in Virginia impacted by Alzheimer's and dementia, including leveraging the arts to connect with the community. So we're really proud to highlight some of their work, in addition to some of the posters of the folks in our research network, Jaime Perales from the University of Kansas Alzheimer's Disease Center, and Adriana Perez from the University of Pennsylvania Nursing School. We're really excited to highlight some of their research in the Alzheimer's and dementia space impacting Latinos and African Americans. Why are we here? I'd love to just give you a brief overview of what got us to today. Around 2 years ago, at our Us Against Alzheimer's Summit, we held a small roundtable of about 10 people from our respective networks to talk about the utility and the need for a larger convening to really address and explore disparities in Alzheimer's impacting Latinos and African Americans. And what we heard out of that small roundtable was that this is much needed, that there was a space, we needed a space to explore and address and set goals around the impact of Alzheimer's on communities of color. So from that, we had our first convening last year. Many of you were there and thankful for your continued support. And then since then, we've launched the Alzheimer's and Dementia Disparities Engagement Network, which is a collaborative, partially funded by PCORI, to bring together stakeholders from the African American, Latino community, and other communities who are working to address the Alzheimer's crisis in different ways. And the goal of our network is to catalyze partnerships around research, around programming, and around policy. So we've really seen a growth in this work over the last 3 years, and we're really excited that you're a part of that today and this morning. And with that, I'd like to welcome my amazing colleague, Stephanie Monroe, who leads our African American outreach work.
Thank you. So this is a labor of love, and we are all just absolutely thrilled and excited to be able to open this morning. We are looking forward to having a very active, enriched dialogue and conversation with you all. This is not a place where we want you to sit back and just be comfortable and lazy. We want you to engage your mind, your spirit. We want this to be an idea-generating event. We want you to take back your learnings to your organizations, whether they're academic research centers, whether they are Alzheimer's serving organizations, whether they're just private nonprofits, whether they are industry representatives. There's going to be something here for everyone, and we want to make sure that we all have an opportunity. Please do take advantage of your colleagues who are around you. Make sure that you meet at least 4 or 5 new people that you haven't met before. I mean, for us, we look out and it's like, this is like family reunion time. It's really great to see so many faces that have been here before that are working with us on a daily basis. to advance the work, reaching this issue, framing it as a health disparity, being able to figure out different ways that we can get Congress to pay more closely attention to it, but also work on the ground to engage these communities that are so labor intensive and need a lot of our tender love and care and attention where they are, for them to engage and know that these are there are resources that are available to and for them. So we welcome you. We hope that you will have a wonderful day. If you have any questions, there'll be a lot of members of our staff around to help you and to assist you. And with that, should I introduce George? With that, I would like to introduce my favorite person in the world, other than my child, George Brayden, the founder, chair, the thought leader, visionary, person who holds us accountable for results. He's not happy unless we can prove that we are having very specific outcomes. And so we are a very outcome-focused organization. But with this man, we have the kind of a thought leader, the kind of a person who really will put anything that we need in place. If it can be made available, he will make it available for us. So I present to you Mr. George Brayden.